Live from Las Vegas, Fox 5 News at 10 starts now.
Judge Brett Kavanaugh is our new Supreme Court justice, and thousands of people around the country are protesting. We're going to have the latest from Washington.
Hey, if you like today's cool temperatures, I got a treat for you. We've got more of the same for tomorrow and into Monday as well.
2 puppies stolen from a local pet store have been found, but one of the dogs came back pink. We'll tell you why police think that animal was dyed.
This is Fox 5 News at 10, local, Las Vegas.
On this vote, the ayes are 50, the nays are 48. The nomination of Brett M. Kavanaugh of Maryland to be an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States is confirmed.
Our Supreme Court has a new justice, Judge Brett Kavanaugh. Today, President Trump signed official documents formally appointing Kavanaugh to the U.S. Supreme Court, and he was sworn in not long after. Photos from the court show the 53-year-old raising his hand as he took the oath of office. Next to him were his wife and children. Chief Justice John Roberts swore in Kavanaugh. Anthony Kennedy was also there, and that is who Kavanaugh is replacing. And local lawmakers are now weighing in on our new justice. Senator Catherine Cortez Masto says she's disappointed by the decision. She voted against confirming Kavanaugh. Cortez Masto says Kavanaugh was arrogant and hostile in his testimony. Senator Dean Heller voted in favor of Kavanaugh. He sent us this statement focusing on the justice's record on the bench and called him exceptionally qualified. The statement reads, Kavanaugh has proven that he's dedicated to upholding the Constitution, not rewriting it from the bench. And challenging Senator Heller on the ballot, Congresswoman Jackie Rosen. Part of her statement calls Kavanaugh a threat to the future of women's reproductive freedom, the Affordable Care Act, and our civil rights. If you want to read the full statements from our local lawmakers, we have them for you on our website. Just head on over to fox5vegas.com. And President Trump arrived in Kansas for a rally just hours after Kavanaugh was confirmed. After departing Air Force One, the president spoke about the vote and his support for Kavanaugh during this contentious process.
And the FBI has done an excellent job. They went through it, and they went through it 7 times. The FBI went through 7 investigations, and they did a very thorough job, excellent job. And you know, the other thing we know about life, if there were any problems, it would have happened over the last 25 or 30 years during his professional life.
And about 100 protesters rallied right here in Las Vegas against Judge Kavanaugh's confirmation. Fox Eye's Tiana Bonner joins us now. Tiana, what was their message out there today?
Well, Cindy, this protest wasn't just about Kavanaugh. Now, it was also about Senator Dean Heller, who voted to confirm Kavanaugh. Now, protesters want him out of office come January.
Dean Heller is about to go!
Chants against Senator Dean Heller after his latest vote confirming Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court.
He votes against the best interests of Nevadans. He does not stand with Nevadans.
The vote he made is the latest in a string of votes that go directly against women's rights and women's issues in this country.
Despite promises to remain impartial on the bench, Justice Kavanaugh is not convincing these protesters.
No justice, no seat!
I'm a millennial. By the time I'm my parents' age, he's still going to be on the court. He's still going to be making decisions that will impact my life, impact the lives of everyone in Nevada, everyone in the country.
And they say Kavanaugh's testimony against sexual assault allegations didn't help his case.
And I think really that was the moment where it showed that he didn't have the temperament to be a judge, that he was entering into this with a partisan attitude.
Even though they couldn't cancel Kavanaugh, frustrated protesters say this will only drive them to the polls in November.
Folks are waking up to this and getting more politically involved, and I think this is going to be a rallying point for basically saying, you know, people need to own the democracy we live in and get out to vote and be an active participant, not just now in this election, but going forward from now.
And I reached out to the Nevada Republican National Committee after the protest. They sent us a statement saying the way Democrats behaved through this confirmation process was, quote, disgraceful. A spokesperson added, come November, voters will remember that Jackie Rosen chooses to toe the party line even when her party engages in petulant, divisive behavior. This bitter battle took center stage just weeks before the midterm election. That's why no matter what side you're on, activists say it's important to get out and vote. Election Day is November 6th. Cindy, back to you.
And following today's confirmation, a nationwide group is encouraging women and other survivors of sexual assault to take part in #Black Friday. So what this calls for, it calls for women to wear black every Friday until November 23rd. The National Domestic Workers Alliance is behind the movement. The group protects the labor rights of millions, mostly women, in the workplace. It is finally starting to feel like fall out there. It was even a little bit cloudy and cold out there today, so let's get on over to Les Griffin, and he has a first look at our weather.
All right, Cindy, and good evening. You know, we started off today with heavy clouds over the Las Vegas Valley. They disappeared very quickly through the course of the morning, and then we followed that up with some more cloud coming in and the winds picking up. But as Cindy mentioned, it was nice and cool, and we had some great temperatures today. We're going to have more of the same for tomorrow. It's 66 degrees right now. You know, a week ago we hit 100 degrees. We have said goodbye to triple-digit temperatures for the rest of this year. We are going to be seeing temperatures in the 70s for the next couple of days before we return to the 80s. But right now, 66 northeasterly wind at 12 miles per hour, humidity and dew point temperatures are in the 40s, 48% humidity, and the dew point temperatures at 46 degrees. We hit a high today of 77 degrees. 85 is where we should be, and the record is 98. We set that back in 1980. So this is what we have in store for you. More in the way of cool temperatures for tomorrow. We've got rain chances persisting. We picked up about 4/100ths of an inch of rain today in the Summerlin area, and we've got more wind in the forecast as well for Sunday. Some areas like up in the mountains, Mount Charleston's got some strong winds. We have a lake wind advisory for the Lake Mead area as well. This is a look at our satellite radar loop. You can see a few light sprinkles moving through the valley earlier today. More around us. We might see some more active weather during the overnight hours. It'll be very light if we do. And in terms of temperatures, well, you can expect to see them staying in and around the 70s and overnights down into the 60s. You saw from our future track here some clouds for tomorrow, maybe even a light drizzle, but that is pretty much about it. Here's a look at what we have for you for this evening. 60 degrees, rain chances with a wind from the east-northeast at around 20 miles per hour. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about what's in store for Sunday, what's in store for Columbus Day, and for the rest of the week. Cindy, back to you.
All right, thank you, Les. A driver is in critical condition tonight after crashing into another car. This was in Spring Valley. It happened near Durango and Peaceway at about 2:30 this afternoon. Officers tell us one driver was taken to the hospital, and the roads were closed in the area for hours, but they have since reopened. We're going to continue to follow this for you and bring you the latest details as this story develops. Just go to fox5vegas.com. You can also download our free Fox 5 mobile app for the latest breaking news, weather, and traffic. It's free in the App Store. A Pomeranian stolen from a local pet store last month is back and thankfully in good health. Police arrested 31-year-old Sean Ross for breaking into Petland on North Decatur and stealing a German Shepherd and a Pomeranian. Police returned the German Shepherd, and then days later, the Pomeranian was found, but with a new look.
We were really surprised that it was pink, and especially because it's a boy. But unfortunately, we don't know exactly how the puppies came about to the police, but we're just super thankful that we have both of the puppies and they're both in really good health.
Employees say they think the Pomeranian was dyed pink to maybe disguise the puppy. The German Shepherd is ready for adoption. The Pomeranian will be ready in a few days. 20,000 people from all over came into town to watch McGregor take on Khabib, and for the first time in the country, fans got a chance at a jackpot and a good cause. UFC partnered with Make-A-Wish of Southern Nevada for a 50-50 raffle to help provide life-changing wishes for children battling critical illnesses.
You know, meeting athletes and going to sporting events is something that our kids really wish for because it gives them the hope. It gives them someone to look up to and emulate, and that's what they need when they're going through their battles and trying to fight that fight a little bit harder.
The jackpot was more than $65,000, so nearly $33,000 will now go to Make-A-Wish. 4 kids also had their wish come true tonight to watch that fight in person. And speaking of the UFC, coming up in 30 minutes, Vince Sapienza will have a live report from T-Mobile. He's going to have highlights and reactions. And the Golden Knights were looking for their first win of the season tonight in Minnesota, and they had to go into overtime to try and get it. We're going to have highlights and post-game reactions coming up in sport.